Hi, my name is Lorraine Peterson, and this is my latest video on what schools must publish online. On the 12th of November, the DfE published updated guidance on what schools must publish on their website. There are a number of significant changes, and schools need to ensure that their website is fully compliant based on this statutory guidance. There are two documents, one for maintained schools and one for academies and free schools. The links to them can be found below. I will start with the document for maintained schools, but the majority of changes are the same. This states that schools must publish everything that is listed in the document. I am going to share with you the new items plus the updates of those that were already there. The new items are schools that do not have a website. You must still publish all of the information which is set out within this document online, even if you do not maintain your own website. You can use an alternative website to host the information, as long as you make the address and details of that website known to parents. For example, by providing parents with the URL and any other relevant details. The second thing that has been added is the coronavirus catch-up premium. If your school gets the Corona catch-up premium grant in the academic year 2020 to 21, you should publish details of how it is intended that the grant will be spent, how the effect of this expenditure on the educational attainment of those pupils at the school will be assessed. The following have been updated. Year 7 Literacy and Numeracy Catch-up Premium. This funding is no longer being received as a separate allocation. If your school has received Year 7 Literacy and Numeracy Catch-up Premium funding for the 2019-2020 academic year, then you must publish details of how you spent your allocation for that year, how your use of that allocation made a difference to the attainment of the pupils who benefit from that funding. The 2021 academic year will be the last year on which schools must report on how this funding was used. The exam and assessment results section states schools are not required to publish their exam and assessment results from 2019 to 2020 academic year, as these have not been published as performance measures by the Secretary of State. You must, however, continue to display your 2018-2019 performance measures until new performance measures are published. You should clearly mark that these performance measures are not current. Moving on to the PE and sports premium. If your school receives the primary PE and sport premium funding, you must publish the amount of premium received, a full breakdown of how it has been spent, the impact the school has seen on pupils' PE physical activity and sport participation and attainment, and how the improvements will be sustainable in the future. You are also required to publish the percentage of pupils within your Year 6 cohort who met the national curriculum requirement for swimming. This, of course, may be more difficult this year due to access to sporting facilities and swimming pools. The next section that has been updated is that on pupil premium. You must publish a strategy for the school's use of pupil premium. You may wish to plan your pupil premium use over 3 years. You should aim to update the online strategy statement by the end of the autumn term each year to reflect your plans for the academic year after assessing the needs of your pupils, both new and existing. The DfE acknowledges the difficulties schools may be having at the current time by stating, "We understand that evaluating the pupil premium's impact in the 2019 to 2020 academic year will present difficulties as a result of reduced number of pupils having attended between March and July 2020. Instead, schools may wish to monitor and report on the grant's impact at the end of the current financial year, bearing in mind their duty to update this information at least annually, covering the whole period since September 2019. The Special Educational Needs and Disability section has also been updated. You must publish an information report on your website about the implementation of your school's policy for pupils with SEN and should update it annually. You should update any changes occurring during the year as soon as possible. And the report must comply with Section 69 of the Children and Families Act 2014. The statutory guidance can be found in Section 6.79 to 6.82 of the SEND Code of Practice 2015. It should also include the arrangements for the admission of disabled pupils, the steps you have taken to prevent disabled pupils from being treated less favourably than other pupils, the facilities you provide to help disabled pupils to access the school, and the plan prepared under paragraph 3 to Schedule 10 of the Equality Act 2010, your accessibility plan. There were also minor updates to the following: your admission arrangements, curriculum, equality objectives, and governors' information and duties. In terms of academies and free schools, there is only one addition, and that is that around executive pay. You must publish how many employees have a gross annual salary and benefits of £100,000 or more. You should publish these figures in £10,000 increments, and more details are included in paragraph 2.32 of the Academy's Financial Handbook. Thank you for listening to my latest video on what schools must publish online. I am Lorraine Peterson. If you want to contact me or find out more about my work, please visit my website lpec.org.uk. You will find a link below. If you enjoyed this video, please click on subscribe and then press the bell, and this will ensure you are notified of any future videos that I produce. Thank you for listening.